Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a brand new day. We've got the Mustang out here. It is our 1-year anniversary. I'm gonna do a little bit of a drive for you guys. I'm also on my way to a Cars and Coffee, but I think I'm gonna separate that into 2 different videos. I've got some stupid stuff on here. It's a little dirty at the moment, but that's okay. It's also very cold and wet out here. Anyway, without further ado, let's enjoy the drive with the sun rising over. We're going over to San Clemente today, so it's about a 30-minute drive. Should give me some time to talk to you guys for a little bit. I was gonna remote start it outside. Well, I guess we're inside now. As you can see, very cool morning here. Lots of water on the car. This is what happens when I've come back down to the San Diego area. All right, as always, sport mode exhaust this morning. And I am curious how far this is gonna go. We're gonna reset this too. And I cannot see if there's anybody coming down the street. I'm just gonna be hopeful there isn't. All right, boys, let's do it. All right, so first thing I wanna talk about with you guys is obviously mileage. What are we at right now? We're at 7,348 miles within the first year here. I know a lot of people probably drive more than me. It is different in my case because I was gone for 4 months. I did not drive this car. I didn't just sit though, don't worry. I had my dad go out and drive it every so often. He would take it to the airport. He probably put, I think, I don't know, a couple hundred miles on it maybe, but nothing crazy. Not as much as it would be driven if I was around. Another burning question I think I would have if I was you guys is, what is just the ownership experience itself like? Well, here is a simple truth. It's awesome. I mean, there's not much I can say about it. This is just such a fun car to drive. And the crazy thing is, it's getting more and more fun. It's like, over the last week or so that I've been driving this car, every time I get in it, I'm just like, oh my goodness, this car is amazing. And it's so much fun. And it's getting more fun every single freaking time I drive it. And I will say this too, it's getting harder and harder to drive slower. I'm getting a need for speed now more than I had initially in the first year when I had this car. Just recently, it's like, oh man, this car goes fast and it gets there quickly, and I just want to go that fast all the time. You know, this guy's going slow on this road, as most people will do, and it makes me want to do something illegal and zoom past the guy, but you know what? I can be patient. Yeah, I've gotten so many comments on this car, just compliments on the color, on the look of it. I know it's a Mustang and a lot of people have them, but not a lot of people have them in the Eruption Green color, which I also think is just awesome. It's my green is my favorite color, and this is the best green I've ever seen. And I've never seen a Mustang with green, so it's just, I knew that this was my year for the Mustang because I knew I had to get this color. Now another thing is gas. Obviously gas in California is extremely expensive right now, and it's only been going up. It's still the same price as it was about a year ago, so glad to know I'm not paying like $7 at this point, but it is still very expensive. It's over $5 a gallon most of the time is what I'm paying, which is too much. But the good thing is this car does get good gas mileage. I mean, in the last 157 miles since I filled up this tank, I'm at 20.5. So that's, you know, some freeway driving, some spirited driving as well. And it always seems to average out to about 20 or more. I am using premium fuel. I got plenty of comments recommending premium fuel only, so I've been doing that. And you know, I did that on my Infiniti, so I was already used to the little bit of a higher price. But all right, I think we're warmed up thoroughly. Yes sir, good morning to you guys as well. Look, all the water's flying off the hood now. It's crazy. merging onto the freeway is my favorite thing in this car. Like I said, look, I'm already like going 90. I need to slow it down. Adaptive cruise control, I'll talk about that for a minute. I've already talked about that in previous videos, but it's made me more of a relaxed driver, because like right now I can just turn it on, sit here, and the car will basically drive itself to my entire destination, which is fantastic. Another thing I've noticed is things will creak, and I think it's this whole panel right here. It just creaks and squeaks, and it's annoying. And it's like, I've only had this car for a year. Why is it making so much noise? I don't know. I don't get it. That's one thing that it does annoy me, is the quality of that. I mean, it's a Ford. It's a cheaper car. I mean, it's a nice car, and I love the whole driving experience, but if it just was a little bit more tightened up on the inside, I think it would be cooler. It's still the nicest interior I've had on any car, which is really cool. But yeah, honestly, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. I don't have too much to talk about this car. I mean, it's been such a fun car, and it makes everybody smile when I put my foot down, which is so much fun. Didn't really have that same experience with my Infiniti, nor did I try to share the joy as much, because it just wasn't as much of a joy to share, especially because it didn't sound as crazy as this thing does. I do still miss my Infiniti from time to time, though, I'm not gonna lie. But there's a lot of things I miss in life, you know? As things go on, people grow, people change, you're always doing something different in life, and yeah. Here is the lagoon, Agua Hedionda Lagoon. I don't know what all to say other than it has been a crazy good year, and I'm excited for what the future brings. I could talk about this, I guess. Yeah, car payment has not been too bad. I've been keeping up with it totally fine. Obviously, I put a lot down. My dad and I did. So that's made my car payment pretty good. I pay about $205 a month for insurance, and my car payment is $508 a month. I've already paid for half of the car, pretty much at this point. I've paid my dad $23,000. I only owe him $7,000. And obviously everything that I've paid the bank over this last year with the loan is awesome as well. And part of the reason I've been able to afford this car so easily, and the fact that I can still afford it without even working a job right now, is because of what I do over the summer. And if you guys aren't aware, I work for a company called Aptive. It is door-to-door sales. And, you know, people are skeptical of that when they hear it. They think it's a pyramid scheme. They think it's a scam. But the truth is, it is the best job that I've ever done in my life. And it has changed my life so completely. Like, I would not be the person I am right now if it wasn't for Aptive. So I highly encourage everybody to give door-to-door sales a shot. And please, reach out to me. If you are struggling financially, and you want to learn how to grow and become a better person, a better man, with so many more skills in communication, in your self-esteem, mental toughness, belief in yourself, then please, by all means, reach out to me. I will get you connected with Sebastian, who I'm actually going to meet up with today. I will get you connected with Sebastian and people on my team to come out and sell with me this summer. Every year we go to a different state, and it is incredible just having that experience with these group of guys to get out there, do your own thing, and live someplace new for a while is so cool. And I love every minute of that. So if you want to hear more about it, please let me know. And I'm working on building my own sales team right now. I've got a couple of guys already about ready to sign on, so I'm looking for a few more guys who want to hang out with myself and also work hard and gain a lot of skills. That's how I've been able to afford this car without working as a 23-year-old, which is crazy. And I only just turned 23, so I've been 22, and I mean, Sebastian is on my team. He's one of my managers. He just bought a McLaren. Austin just bought a C8 Corvette. AP just bought a Porsche. I don't know what kind, but it's pretty cool and it's pretty fast is what I've heard. So these guys are making tons of money. and they're just genuinely awesome people. I mean, all the sales guys on my team that I've met, all the guys who do well, are just the best guys. They're the nicest guys. And, you know, people say you're not happy if you're rich, but I think it depends on how you use your money. If you're grateful with your money and you're giving it out to people, then hallelujah, you know, more power to you. You're gonna be happy because you are generous with what you have. If you're generous with little, then you should be generous with a lot. And so I try to be generous whenever I can. I'm giving to my friends who are doing things, field work missionaries. I'm giving about $300 a month to some friends, and I don't have nearly as much as Sebastian or Austin or AP, but what I have, I'm giving back. And I choose to give back more than just money to people. I try to give people the best experiences, and I want you guys to have good experiences in life too, which is why I'm talking about this job. And maybe I'll do another video if you guys are really interested. I know you're watching this for Mustang videos and Mustang content, but maybe you need that wake-up call to say, what am I doing with my life? Sitting around here watching YouTube videos. I need to be out buying one of these cars, driving one of these cars for myself, working hard to afford something that is just a dream to me right now. But the truth is, guys, don't let your dreams be dreams. Turn your dreams into goals and make a plan to reach them. With that being said, there's honestly not much more I can talk to you guys about with this video. I hope it's been enjoyable though. I do hope that you've liked watching this little POV drive and just talking about the car for a little bit. A lot of people have mentioned getting the engine tick. That is not something I've had an issue with. I never heard any sort of engine tick on this car. The only issues I've had a couple of times is I would get the check engine light to come on for a few seconds, just saying misfire, misfire. I don't know why this car misfires. I also did get an email from Carfax that says there's a recall out for the 2022 Mustang GT about the body control module that's faulty. And I don't know if my car has a lot of those issues, although sometimes I will try and remote start it and it just freaks out and doesn't start. There was one time it literally gave out, like it was about to start, started making the sound, and then it just stopped as if it was never doing anything initially. So if that's related to the body control module, then I might have had a few issues. So I'm gonna try next month in December to take it in and get that body control module fixed. But yeah, at least it's not a recall for something super important, because I haven't had huge issues with that body control module, if any at all. So here we are, boys, driving by the ocean right now. Super cool. Try to give you the best view I can. Other than that, I've had zero issues with this car. It's been a phenomenal ownership over this first year. It doesn't even feel like it's been a year because, like I said, I left it for 4 months. So I've really only had it for 8 months in my possession, driving it around. So I look forward to actually driving it for a year, and then at the same time, the many more years to come. Something I am gonna do pretty soon, come Christmas time, is gonna be green seatbelts for this beast, because I just want to add a little fling on the inside, and I think green seatbelts with a black interior would be so sweet. Yeah, more mods to come in the future. I've definitely got the money coming in now to do it. It's just a matter of time, and once I graduate, I'll have plenty of time to get some mods done for you guys. I also have a trip to Costa Rica planned. So I'm going to Costa Rica in January, which is very exciting. I'll take you guys along for the ride as well. Never been out of the country before, so it's my first time. I just recently got a passport, so fun stuff happening, and I'm looking forward to whatever comes in the future with this car and the relationships I'll make because of it, and also my summer with Aptive. So please, guys, come with me. Join me on this adventure if you want to drive one of these cars yourself, to be able to afford it at a young age, or even just to grow some skills that you know you might be needing. And if you want some more info about it, I will give you guys a video specifically about Aptive and coming to join me. But anybody who this might pique the interest of a little bit, don't hesitate to reach out. Follow me on Instagram, DM me, leave a comment, and I will get you connected. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. It's been a fun little drive with you, just some freeway cruising, so nothing too crazy, but I will have more videos to come for you guys in the future. Like I said, I'm going to Cars and Coffee, so check that video out when it drops as well. It should be fun. And yeah, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.